Hey. Just just me. I'm recording off my laptop today, so I thought I'd just change it up a bit. Um, yeah, it says. I don't want anyone to see like my Bitcoin password in my glasses or anything. Just another little catch up. I just accidentally destroyed some laminated stickers. I thought they were already pre-cut, so I cut them down to size, and then I realised they weren't even perf cutted, so kiss cutted or anything. So it's like, oh wow, that's annoying. I've got to learn to sort of do it as I do it, and what I do a print and then put it on the side and forget about it. So it's just a schoolboy error. My hair's getting really long. This is my bedroom. Just got scammed off Etsy again. So basically, I do a lot of metalwork as well. So I thought I'd make a Etsy for my metal side of things. I won't say the names or anything. I kind of don't want them to overlap. But if you are interested, give us a DM. I basically can make anything out of metal. And I just wanted to start with things like car parking signs and like coasters. In fact, I've got some here, but these are technically wrong. I think the letters are too big, so I've brought it down a bit to 50mm. So the 82mm cup can sit on there nicely. It's a little too flimsy, it's the coasters are to keep the cup off the mat. There's not necessarily to stop spillage, because if the spillage comes off a cup, it's going to fall on there. So people are like, well, it's got a hole in it. I'm like, no. You're thinking coasters are protecting. I've got a couple more. So you just basically basic stuff, and you've got the little bumps there that you can, and I can make these off scrap, so getting powder coated and such. So there'll be things like that, and there's other things I want to make. Like you can make like really posh sort of reserved sort of stands for tables and wet floor signs and all that good stuff. It just takes time, and I'm definitely spreading myself thin, and it's making me a bit scatterbrainy, but the print stuff is slow. It's really slow at the moment. Made like £10 last week, ups and downs, but it just tends to be this money coming out at the moment, cash, because if I'm not making any money into the business, I've really got to rely on the current materials and such. Because if I have to get another lot of vinyl, that's £100. It's like it does pay for itself, but I'm just not in a position to, that will kind of, it'll be like a little sting, I'm like, just because there's no cash flow coming into the business, so it comes out of my pocket. Anyway, so I'm always going to talk about this. Won't be the last time I talk about this, but we're gonna go forward. So I basically got scammed from Etsy. So I made the Etsy, paid my £14. It was £11 the other month, which they nicked off me, which I thought was fine because I had the IP infringement. And then I tried again, and then it got scammed, and I thought, that's sort of my fault for relating the companies. And it was just like &ampersand Teams versus or &ampersand Shop, and now it's &ampersand Studio. So I thought, it's a little bit on the nose. So I thought, okay, I tried it, but I tried with the new brand and stuff, and because it's linked to me, I paid my £14, and then it took. I'm on the contacts with the bank at the moment because I'm going to get that £14 back. That is a scam. I emailed them, and they said, no, it's in our policy, and I was like, what, robbing me? You've just taken money off me. You said make a shop. I went, okay, cool. I made a shop, and then your algorithm catches me. That's not fair, is it? Like, there's got to be alternatives as well. Etsy are doing the thing that companies do, which ruin them. They have tightened their ranks, and there's less. I think the IP infringement is fair, but they really have hunkered down, and you don't want it to become Temu. You don't want Etsy to become a reseller. You want it to be like original, but a lot of people make like caricature artwork and stuff, which is getting flagged as well. When I was doing my illustrations and I was doing watercolors for films, even that was getting flagged. So I don't know. You see all these guys who are making definitely IP infringement art, whether it's Pokemon or anime or anything like that, and I don't know how they get away for it. Get away with it. Like, they're not selling on Etsy. They can't do. Or I can go on Etsy right now and find stuff that won't get flagged, but is IP infringement. I really don't understand. So was I unlucky? I really don't understand. Or is it just is it a bit cooler or a bit kawaii to sort of the algorithm likes that stuff? The AI is like, oh, that's cute. I'll let that stand. So I really don't understand. It just seems double standards. Maybe there's different rules in different countries, perhaps, but Etsy is global. I wonder. So I had a friend tell me to check out Not on the High Street. It seems a bit very trendy, very feminine. I'm not really sure. Like, there's lots of like, seems very posh. So I'm going to try to do the metal stuff over on Not on the High Street, and maybe eBay. But I would love there to be, is Not on the High Street the Etsy alternative? I would love there to be Etsy from 8 years ago. It was great. It wasn't overcomplicated. Advertisements meant sales. You can pay for ads these days, and and also when you go for Etsy now and you sell something, I sold something and I must have made about £2 from it because it was an off-site ad, which Etsy just take the lot. There's so many fees and stuff. So I just thought Etsy was a necessary evil. Get an Etsy, and you can create the listings for Etsy, and you can duplicate that over all eBay and not on the high street and such. If anyone has any suggestions for an Etsy alternative, I would love to hear them. And what I'll do, I'll basically duplicate shops over Not on the High Street, eBay, and other alternatives. I wonder. I think that the metal stuff is a good product, and we can UV print onto them as well. I've just made a car parking sign for a friend's business. And it looks awesome. 16 path bloody printing on the it looks excellent, and textured black RAL 9005. So I'm again, I don't want to move too far away from the print, but and I'm still gonna do it. So I'm probably gonna put about 3 listings up on the metal stuff, and I will probably announce it soon once I'm happy with it. But Steed Graphics website is currently it's just a landing page, which cost me a lot of money, and the Shopify is a ghost town. I even did a Facebook ad that got like 22,000 views, like 40 interactions. No one used the link. No one came off Facebook. So you really have to. And I'm not even sure if marketing's marketed anymore. Marketing is just basically like snappy, brain rot. Get you. Click this link. We'll stick a sexy car in the picture or a sexy bird there. That's literally. If you're going through Facebook, that's what it is. It's kind of boomer advertisement, isn't it? Like, check me out. Or someone arguing. I saw the other day, I saw an advert for a security camera, and it was someone putting it up, and then someone saying, oh, check out this Karen, and it's obviously staged, and it's just like, oh wait, I guarantee that works. So maybe I need to like put a sticker up somewhere, and then someone have a go at me, and I'm like, oh no, check out this Karen who's trying to stop me from living my dream, and then post it, and then I get rage bait or clickbait, whatever. I'm not a massive fan of that, and I think that stuff only works really on boomers, because we can see that's fake. Even AI, you can see AI now, it's got that slight shine to it. I'm gonna do Shopify and the website for a year, so another 9 months, I think, just to say I've done it. And perhaps now I've got the template, if it doesn't work out, I'll pause it, and then if things kick off elsewhere, or if I get a customer who regularly buys, I'll say come from the Shopify, you know, I don't have to charge you more because I don't get the fees. So yeah, it's all, I'm still experimenting. It seems like I'm taking 2 steps forward, 2 steps back all the time. Every now and then I might get a little shuffle forward, and I've been talking for so long that my computer sort of went to shut down, dimmed the screen, you know. I quite like talking on this camera. This camera's kind of rubbish. I can see it's like grainy. Actually, you know, rubbish in. Can I make it bigger? Oh, I can make it so bigger. My hair's. I'm getting the trim on the 13th, so look at this. But all in all, yeah. I feel like it's going to work out, but I do need to just utilize my events and stuff. I feel like I've changed gyms recently, and I don't know why, but that messes up my whole flow of my life. I think it takes 21 days. I was reading a psychological book over there, and it takes 21 days for a new habit to become normal. So I think it's been about that now. So yeah, going hard at the gym as well. So like physically I'm looking better, but I really need to. I don't know why, but I don't have the time in the evenings anymore. I used to get so much done, and I don't know. I probably do know. I'll get back to you once I find a way to articulate that. But yeah, so going to have the metal side of things as well. Perhaps Steed Graphics will integrate that as well, because you know we can make outside signage, you know, and then we go from there. Yeah, pardon the scruffy hair. I'm about to go to Sainsbury's and do a shop. I hate shopping so much. Peace out, like and subscribe. Enjoy. I'll probably put some more shorts up soon, so that will kind of keep it going. I'll show you what a B grade is. When I laminate, sometimes like a hair gets in there, so a B grade will have like a hair in it or something, you know. We used to make a joke that you get the fluff for free, but I just make them B grades because, you know, from a distance you can't see the hair, but if you look too closely you can see the laminate go over the hair. And now you've got my DNA as well, so you know, if you want to clone me, buy a B grade pack of stickers. Alright, peace.